This is the last video of this project. This one's going to just kind of discuss some of the finishing touches for this particular project. So, since the last time, I went ahead and I selected some areas of my background and I covered up the area with different rectangles. Different sizes. Some of them are a little smaller than the others. Some are more flat. Some are more tall. So the one thing that you want to double check if you think that you're done making those layers and you're happy with the way things look is take the background and just make it invisible for a second. Now you can see that this part right here does not have a layer, so you want to make sure you fill up that area with another layer. So I just want to talk to you a bit about what not to do. If you're on a different layer, let's say that instead of the background, I'm going to go to rings, so it's this one right here. So if I'm not paying attention and I want to select this like cheek right here, and I go to the elliptical tool and I'm overlapping my shapes like, you know, it was kind of recommended, and I'm going to right click and I go to layer via copy. So I want you to note the new layer. It didn't select that rectangle. Instead, it selected, make everybody else invisible, what it did select is the piece of this shape. Now I'm going to undo, just going to hit undo so you can see that space. So what it did is it selected that space right there. So again, if I make everything else invisible, that's my new selection. So what it did is it selected that part of that rectangle. It's kind of an easy fix. I've just been hitting undo or Command Z. I can just go back to the background, undo that selection, then you right click again, layer view copy. So you can see that, it's even the little thumbnail, that's the shape that I want. I go to filter and again, select one of your favorite filters that you've been using. Let's do something weird like mosaic tiles. Okay. Alright, now that you're pretty much done, so go back. Okay, so that's one of the requirements. Another thing you can do, maybe you didn't realize this, is that you can switch the order of these layers. You can see that this one is clearly in the back. And these layers right here are just, the way that they're laid out is the order of the paper. If you want to see it as, let me just mark this cheek. This cheek layer is in the back, it's in the bottom. It's right in front of background. If I want to move it up in front of stuff, I would literally just drag it up like this. So it's just a matter of taste what looks good. Okay? If you don't want it, you just undo it. I actually like it in the back. If you want to add some layers just because, you know, you just might need something, like if I look up here, it's all the same color and everything. If you just want to add another layer just for design purposes, please feel free to do that. I'm going to go with like one line across like that, just to break up some of the space. I'm going to go to layer via copy. So you can see this one, you don't even see it, it's behind everybody. So I'm going to drag this in front. So you can see he's ending up in front of these guys. Then you can go to filter, filter gallery. Oops. Yeah, I hit this instead, and what it does is it gives you the last filter you used. And just find a filter that you might want to use. Make this crazy distorted. Tiny little cells. So hopefully you'll have an opportunity to just play around and not just settle. Alright, now visually you might see that there's a lot of the same colors. You know, if it's a lot of the same filters, you can certainly make sure you have a nice variety. But like here, I have all of the same color. I'm looking for about 2 or 3, maybe more like 3 or 4 colors. I have a lot of red, I have a lot of blue. Now artistically, if I incorporated the other primary color, yellow, that would make it a lot more pleasing. So what I can do is I can redo these filters, but before I do, go ahead and change these colors to, you know, yellow and white, or yellow and black. But another thing you could do in a pinch real quick is you can go to Enhance, Adjust Color, Adjust Hue Saturation, and adjust the hue. So the shortcut's Command U. And what you can do is you can drag the hue around. You know, and I'm kind of saying I'd really probably like to incorporate some yellow. And you can mess around with these to kind of introduce some different colors. You don't want to get too crazy with the colors, but it's just a thing that you can do to kind of bring a little bit more variety of colors into your project. So I want that yellow again. Let's see if I can capture it. There we go. Now, if you have a shape, this is chrome, and if I want this to be yellow as well, but it's black and white, so if I move the hues, notice it doesn't really change. Hit Colorize. Move the saturation up, and then you can totally grab that color. So I would like to see a variety of colors, but not too much of a variety. I have yellow up here, I have yellow in the middle, and I balanced it here. I have the blue and red here, down here. Maybe I would possibly grab a color like right in here to change. And you can also change these ones that are using local color. I'm not going to for the final project, but just to illustrate, this is local color. I'm going to hit Command U. I'm going to hit Colorize. And then I move the saturation up, and you can see that I can change that color to, oh, actually I might keep it. Okay, just like that. Alright, so that's how the process is going to go. You're going to move the layers around as you see fit. Actually, the order. You can change the colors of them and make sure you have a nice variety of filters. Alright, well, good luck everybody.